Hey, what's going on, everyone? So, in this video, I am going to discuss the statistics of single versus coupled people. And the reason I use those words in particular because I don't think these statistics mean married when they're talking about coupled people. I don't necessarily think they mean married. But this research is from Pew Research. Um, and want to bring these statistics so we can once again have another reason to work towards not being a part of the statistic. Let me go into the numbers and then I'll just have my discussion from there. Now, um, in white America, 35% of white Americans are single. 45% of Hispanic Americans are single. 61% of black Americans are single. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Matter of fact, I know this number doesn't mean married because the statistic for marriages is, yeah. So scratch what I said initially. This right here just means that you have somebody, whether you're married to them or not. You're not single. You're in a romantic relationship with someone. The reason I say I know these numbers are not for marriage is because the marriage rates or the marriage percentage for women in America is 29%, and for men is 36%. And that's for black people in particular. So 29% of black women are married, 36% of black men are married. So I know this number, it just doesn't fit. So there you go. So this is just people in relationships. Now listen, y'all. I come on here and I give 1,000 different reasons as to why we should correct the behavior and the mindset that we have, so that we can potentially see the benefits and making sure that we are able to easily live life with someone. I'm not a believer in take a person as they are. No, 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 no. I'm not taking you for who you are. You better show me that it's worth it for me to commit to being with you for the rest of our days. So if you got a bad attitude, if you got a quick temper, if you curse a lot, whatever it may be, you better work on correcting whatever it is that most people find unattractive about you. That's it. Um, Now, we are at a point. One thing that women have done, women have done, women's rights movement, when women want to work and all that, it has caused us to depend on two paychecks in order to have somewhat of a middle class life here in America. And if you aren't, if that's not your reality, then you have a lot of obstacles to jump over in order for you to be in the middle class of America. Let me be more specific as to what I'm saying. If you are single, you gotta work probably, and I'm not even gonna say twice as hard, three times as hard, because no telling what type of responsibilities you may have. If you got a child, that's even extra work that you have to do, in order to figure out a way to fill in the gap or the deficit that a husband would provide for the family. But so, um, for those who don't know, I am a real estate investor, and my niche is group homes and or rooming homes, whatever you want to call them. So pretty much what I do, I buy large properties. I typically don't buy anything smaller than a 6 bedroom, and I rent out the rooms on a week to week basis. And why do I stay booked? Why do my rooms stay booked? outside of me being the best landlord in the world and keeping the cleanest place in the world, and outside of all that, I'm just kidding. Outside of that, is because everyone that lives there, make sure I ain't lying to you, is single. And so we are such at an inflated economy that it's very hard for a person to just have their own place. It's very hard. It's very cost effective if they just pay a flat fee every week. Don't have to worry about a fluctuating water bill. Don't have to worry about a fluctuating gas and electric bill. They just pay this flat rate every month, whatever it may be, $250, $300 a week, and $200 a week, whatever depends on where you live, and that security allows them to have some type of breathing room, which of course their finances. Um, and so that's why I stay busy. I stay busy because of the current climate of our country. If these people who are my tenants were to couple, I don't anticipate them staying after they get with someone and decide that they're going to be a couple and live together and coexist with each other. They'll probably be out of my house within 6 to 8 weeks. And then, and you know what, y'all? I want that to be reality. Put me out of business. Put me out of business. Let's figure this thing out so we can we can have man and woman figuring life out together, so it could put me out of business. Now I will rent to couples, so I don't mind it being a house full of couples. That's cool. That's fine with me. But I realize that that's probably not going to be reality. The reality is 95% of my tenants are going to be single people. And it's going to be hard for them even when they're dealing with me. I'm being very honest with you right now. It's going to be hard for them to get ahead even when they're taking this route to providing housing for themselves. Because it's not cheap. My rent ain't cheap. But people got to do what they got to do, in order to figure it out. It's so many people right now that's living out of hotels. Y'all be surprised. This is something that nobody really talks about in the media. Y'all be surprised how many people are living in hotels. I mean, I'm talking about spending 3+ months in hotels. I know people. I have a tenant right now, and she told me that she was living in a hotel for 2.5 years. I know that for a fact. So, yeah, we got to figure it out, y'all. Life is a lot more difficult when we position ourselves to be unattractive for most people. And when I say unattractive, I'm not talking about physically. I want y'all to realize when I'm talking about attractiveness, I'm usually not talking about physical attraction. I'm usually talking about personality, because we all know that most people can overlook, you know, unless unless you less than like a 4, most people can overlook not being the best looking. You know what I mean? As long as our personalities can mesh, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. Because ain't none of us gonna be fine when we 70, 80. You know what I mean? So, as long as you're average or better, yeah, whatever. It don't really matter. Personality got to be there though. So let's get our personalities together. Let's get our bad tempers and our argumentativeness and our disagreeableness and our lying and our whatever else that you may have an issue with, that whether you accept it or not, whatever else that's just hindering you from being with somebody. Let's get that in order, man. Once again, the statistics for black people in America, 61% are single. 29% of men are married, and 29% of women, black women, are married, and 36% of black men are married. We got some work to do, y'all. Now, these trends are not trending towards improving. They're trending towards getting worse. So, it's 2025. I'm making this video March the 18th, 2025. By 2030, black single people is projected to be in the low 70s. So anywhere from 70 to 74% single. Business is going to be booming for me if we don't get this right, y'all. Y'all might make me a billionaire. Hey, I'd rather you not. I'd rather not become extremely wealthy off of these negative trends. But if that is the way, then so be it. I'm not upset about it, but I'd rather our people get it together because I'm gonna be all right regardless. But like I said, these trends are not moving in our favor, and we got to do what it takes to make sure we beat the odds. And y'all might say, Pierre, what is doing what it takes? I mean, I hear you talking. What does that mean? What do I mean by that? I mean, number one, woman fall in line. Number two, man lead well. Lead well. Woman fall in line. Man lead well. Lead well. Do not lead anyone towards disaster or destruction. So, ladies, pick wisely. Pick your leader wisely. Pick him very wisely. I don't care how cute he may be. I don't care how tall he may be. I don't care how long it may be. I don't care how much swag he has. I don't care how well he can dance. I don't care how well he can speak. I don't care how many degrees he have. I don't care how much money he makes. I don't care about any of that. You better make sure he's a good decision maker. He's a good leader. Those are the four most important things in a man. Four most important things in a man, and everything else comes after that. So let's get it together. I pray that we get it together. This ain't gonna be my last video, y'all. I'm gonna make videos until I guess I get tired or until I start seeing a change in these trends and these statistics. But hope this information was valuable to someone. I hope it's something that we can reflect on and say, let me get it together. Let me be the exception. Let me break this curse of living life alone and not committing to someone. Let me turn things around for it so that my children can have a better chance of being somebody respectable and productive in society. So I'm gonna holler at you on the next one.